Hello everyone, I'm Nancy Burns, Senior Producer Writer here at KCLV, and I am sitting in for David Riggleman, our Communications Director today. We are glad that you can join us for this edition of Access City Council. On the show, we're going to be talking about Ward 5 in the heart of Las Vegas, and of course the councilman who represents this ward, Councilman Ricki Barlow, joins us for the show. Thanks for being with us, Ricki. This is the first time we've ever done this together.
This is the first time that we've been together.
David
Nancy.
rarely misses a show. So.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to do it, though. It's a nice change.
Yeah, well, you have had some busy weeks, weekends over the past month or so. We're going to talk about a lot of that and some stuff that's coming up.
I look forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's first of all remind people, if you are new to the area and you want to know if you live in Ward 5 or even if you live in the city limits, let's take a look at the map and see where you are. So Ward 5 is right there kind of in the middle. It's a big ward. Takes over a lot of geography.
It takes up a lot of space. I mean, we represent a very diverse ward, and I pretty much come out of the downtown all the way out into the northwest portion of the city. And a lot of great constituency, a lot of great businesses in the area, and a lot of great things going on in Ward 5.
There really are. A lot of people don't associate the Northwest with Ward 5, but you're in there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're most definitely right there.
Well, you were at Zion Park not too long ago. Let's just launch right into this. You put out a tweet saying, kick off the Zion National Park Utah trip for fourth graders, Every Kid in a Park initiative by President Obama.
You know, this is a wonderful event. I mean, my entire staff and volunteers, as well as all of the elementary schools that participated in this wonderful trip, we had a great time taking the young people out to Zion National Park. This was an initiative that was sponsored by the Obama administration, where they identified the least likely demographic group, which were African American youth in elementary, to attend a national park. And so for that, we wanted to do our part and make sure that our young people right here in the Las Vegas community were not a part of that statistic. And so we had an opportunity to team up with great sponsors. The National Park Service was our collaborative partner. Connect Central, which was a consultant group by Tiva Parks, who helped connect the dots with Washington, D.C., and we were able to get our kids out of the heat of Las Vegas and take them on a day trip up to Zion National Park. It was a wonderful experience, and the kids simply loved it because they had never been in such an environment before.
Right.
And for the majority of these young people, they had never left the boundaries of their community. And so to be on a bus and to travel down a highway and to enter a national park, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience for these young people and their parents.
Right.
And so for that, the National Park Service provided every young child, which was, we had approximately 150 young people that received an annual pass so that they and their families will have an opportunity to come back for the next 12 months. So it was a great experience, and I really have to give credit to my volunteers and staff who did a wonderful job helping with the coordination of this wonderful event.
It was a beautiful event, so well organized. 3 busloads, I think, of kids and chaperones. Otherwise, you would have had to be pretty brave to take 150 kids out into the wilderness. But it was so well organized. And you're saying that the Rangers got a big kick out of it as well.
The Rangers got a big kick out of it because they had never experienced such a large group before at one time coming into the park. And so Washington, D.C. actually sent in additional Rangers just to support our event. And they were so knowledgeable and so excited. And the most important factor of it all was the end of the day when the kids received their Junior Ranger badge, because it was a full day of academic enriching program for all of the students, and they walked away understanding the topography, the landscape, how in fact the mountains were carved from the rivers that basically flowed as far as the Virgin River cutting through the mountains, and just the long, rich history of Zion National Park. And it could not have been more of a rewarding opportunity for myself, my staff, and of course the young people that had an opportunity to really be engaged in such a way.
It was a beautiful event, and I loved when I was looking at the video to see the kids' reactions to squirrels and wild turkeys and deer. Congratulations, what a hit. It was the first year you've done that, right?
Yeah, it's the first year that we've done it, and we're looking for, we had a briefing on last night, a debriefing on last night with the National Park Service, as well as all the volunteers, talking about what went right, what went wrong, how can we improve, what are some things that we can add to this experience to make it that much more beneficial next year. And so
very good.
In the National Park Service mentioned that they are going to sponsor the entire event 100% next year. That's how excited they were. So we can't wait to do this once again for the young people.
Congratulations. What a great event. Well, here's something that you didn't do just for the first time, your famous teen town hall. And you posted on Facebook, nearly 500 local students attended our teen town hall today. Thanks to them and our very special guests for making it another memorable event. And you also got a comment from Emily Teresa Tampkins, Jordan. Wow, awesome discussion and awesome panel of guests. Usually you'll have like one special guest.
Right.
You packed the house this time. We had three.
Yeah, we had three.
Yeah.
We had EJ as well as Princeton from Mindless Behavior, and we also had a young actress by the name of Diamond White, and the kids loved these young people because they're not only actors but they're also R&B singers, and so they're producing music and they're also on the big screen, and specifically Diamond, who just came off the big screen during the holiday season where she featured in Medea's Boo for Halloween, and so that was a big smash hit in the theaters. And the young people really loved engaging and communicating with them. And the Teen Town Hall is really about the teens communicating to we, the host and co-host, in regards to what's on their mind, what issues they're facing. And this particular topic that we discussed was bullying,
Right.
which was a very hot topic, and we learned a lot. And we also had an opportunity to share a lot in relation to the resources that we have to bring forward to the young people who are looking for assistance. So it was a wonderful event.
It is a shame we have to keep talking about bullying. It doesn't seem to be going away, but I think it's very encouraging to the students that were at the Teen Town Hall to see that even people as famous and beautiful and talented as those kids experienced it. So
Yeah.
it makes you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah, it most definitely, lets them know that they're not alone, but we wish that bullying would go away because this is something that's happening in the workplace. It's most definitely happening at a heightened level inside of our school systems and in our communities. And so therefore, not only by talking about it, but providing resources of how in fact to rid this issue of bullying specifically amongst our young people.
Yeah, well, it was another great event. You've been doing this for how many years?
Oh,
Dating
wow.
back to even when Councilman Weekly was here.
Yes.
Commissioner Weekly now.
Correct. This, I would say, have to go back approximately 16 years now.
Yeah, great event.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that too.
Thank you.
All right, so now you also posted on Facebook, thank you, Colonel Chandra Roberts, for nominating me to attend the U.S. Army War College National Security Seminar. And she wrote right back to you, it was an absolute honor to have you join us at the U.S. Army War College National Security Seminar this week. So congratulations on that. Tell us what this is all about.
The U.S. Army War College is a college that basically bring in colonels and lieutenants and officers from all over the world, and they basically teach them on strategy, leadership, a variety of disciplines over the course of 12 months. And at the end, they bring in guests who are not affiliated with the military to basically talk about leadership, talk about strategy, the things that they've already learned, but from a layman's perspective. And so I was selected out of a group of about 300 that had an opportunity to come in. So I think it was only approximately 12 of us that spent the 4 days with these graduates and these top-ranked military personnel from all disciplines of the military, from the Air Force to the Reserve to the Border Patrol, the Navy, the Marines, the Air Force, every discipline of law enforcement, to include the FBI as well as National Security Administration. And so it was a 4-day forum that we really talked about, the effectiveness of leadership and how, in fact, to lead. And so I was one of the panelists that had to spend the 4 days with all of these top-ranked individuals, which was really,
what an honor
nice.
to be
It
chosen.
really was an honor, and I really want to thank Chandra Roberts once again for nominating me to participate in such a worthy event.
Yeah, in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
Well, good.
And I also had an opportunity to visit, spend the day at the Gettysburg field battlefield.
Right.
And that was a wonderful experience as well, because in my head, I had only read about it in books, so I assumed that it was only approximately maybe a couple hundred acres. It turned out to be over 1,800 acres of battlefield that was fought on. And so that was a pleasant experience to actually see the breadth of of this civil war that took place.
It's a fascinating place, and if you had David Riggleman with you, he could have given you a complete history lesson because he happens to be a big history buff, and that's
As
one
a
of
matter
his.
of fact, David was one of the ones that tweeted when I was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
great, great. Yeah, I figured he probably would have been interested in that. Congratulations, what an honor, and thank you for representing our city so well by being selected by Colonel.
Thank you.
Let's see, Downtown Alliance. So there was an opening of an office, which may not sound like a great big deal, but it was, because the Downtown Alliance finally opened an office. They've been kind of bouncing around all over the downtown area, and now they finally have an office in Symphony Park, and they have a full-time staff member. What is Downtown Alliance?
You know, we had to find Downtown Alliance a home because they are the promoters of economic development on the private side, or I should say, yeah, the private side of what we do every day. And they go out and help promote downtown Las Vegas, not only domestically, but internationally, as far as the availability to conduct business, do business, and establish a business in the downtown community. And so they're an extension of our economic and urban development department, if you will, as far as from the promotional side and providing economic development opportunities for those businesses looking to move or expand into downtown markets. And so we couldn't be more excited to have them inside of the Smith Performing Arts Center as far as their central headquarters now, so that they can establish a foundation to come in and out of as they continue to represent downtown Las Vegas.
It seems like they're doing a good job, because downtown Las Vegas seems to be one of the hottest spots around right now. And now, even though it's not in downtown, we have a professional hockey team that people can, if people love professional sports. So it's a great step forward. It doesn't sound huge to open an office, but for these guys, you're right, we needed to find them a home. So good for them.
And mentioning professional sports teams, Mayor Goodman and I have been working aggressively, deliberately, every single day, trying to entice, encourage, and pull Major League Soccer into downtown Las Vegas, and in particular the Cashman Field site. And so they will be a part of those discussions, as well as we try to entice them to move into our downtown Las Vegas.
And Cashman Center is back in the hands of the city of Las Vegas.
And Cashman Field is back in the hands of the city of Las Vegas.
So we want to talk about a delicious opening of sorts. You on Facebook posted, "I would like to congratulate Jimmy Shoshani on celebrating the ribbon cutting of Cousin's Maine Lobster, located on Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard." And you said, if you haven't tried this, try it.
It is the most amazing lobster on a bun.
Lobster on a bun, lobster roll.
On a bun, lobster roll, absolutely. And Jimmy Shoshani and his entire team, let me tell you something. On the corner of Fremont and Las Vegas Boulevard, you must run down there for lunch and grab one of the lobsters on a bun. It is the most flavorful, succulent lunch that you ever want to taste in the middle of the day. I can't
How many
say
calories
enough
in one of those little
about it.
lobster
Who
rolls?
cares about calories?
All right.
I mean, you have all day to eat, and you have all night to work out. And so if you look at it from that standpoint, burn the calories off later, but in the middle of the day, eat right there at Cousin's Lobster Truck on the corner of Fremont Street and Las Vegas Boulevard. You will not regret it, let me tell you.
I love the way you
It is
think.
amazing.
Love the way you think. I have to give it a try. Maybe today. You had a great celebration over at Doolittle Senior Center. I love that place. Those people are so enthusiastic in honor of Mother's Day.
Of course, I love Mother's Day, and of course I miss my mother.
Yeah.
And so whenever I have an opportunity to hang around, you know, a lot of moms during Mother's Day, you know, it makes me feel at home. It makes me feel like I'm in touch and in contact with my own mother, and having an opportunity to hug them all and bring them flowers and provide them lunch for Mother's Day and live bands, and it was just an amazing experience, and I just give back. And of course, I always come bearing gifts, so they really love the fact that I show up, always providing them, you know, with wonderful gifts. And I couldn't be more excited than to spend the day at the Senior Center around all those moms. And so I just had a great time. And then the cool thing is that it was also a high tea.
Oh.
And so each one of them had to bring their own teacup and wear their own special hat.
Now, I've seen you in action at some of these events like this, and when you do the turkey giveaways, you know,
Yes.
around the holidays. You no one replaces our moms or our grandmas, but
Yeah.
these ladies have adopted you. They
They
love
have. They
you.
have.
They love you.
And I love them too. I really do, genuinely. And so, even after I'm, no longer on the council due to term limits, unfortunately, I could still see myself going back and spending time at the senior centers and doing special things for them, wherever my next capacity will lead me.
You and I have that in common. I love interacting with our seniors because they have so much knowledge that no one seems to give them a chance to express themselves and talk about things. And you do. You listen to them. You can genuinely see a connection, and I think that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Your mom is proud of you.
Yeah, I know she is. Thank you.
Speaking of seniors, there was an annual softball game. And now, okay, you might hear senior softball game and think it's softball. These are some serious players.
I was looking at the seniors play, and it was amazing how they were hitting the ball. So a couple of them hit the ball over the fence. I couldn't hit the ball past second base. And then, the speed of some of the seniors, I mean, it's amazing. And so it just lets me know I need to get back in the gym.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe they'll help you work out.
True facts.
So this was at Lorenzi Park, at a great park, huge park,
Yes.
renovated park recently. And there was a pretty good turnout. Look at this.
Hey,
Rounding
let me
those
tell you
bases.
something. These seniors are serious about their softball, and I love to watch them play. And they get out there and run around the bases and sliding. And I'm like, I'm not sure about the sliding part, but they're sliding and just basically having a wonderful time out there playing senior softball. They have a great time.
I don't want to throw you a curveball, but talk a little bit about Lorenzi. It really is a gem in the middle of our city, huge and recently renovated.
Lorenzi is a 60-acre park, newly renovated. I believe we're going into our second year of renovation. From its renovation, we have softball diamonds, we have tennis courts, we have a newly redesigned and reconfigured pond, the Twin Lakes, the Twin Lakes, and we have the new basketball courts that are in the front portion of the park, and a lot of new barbecue and canopies and complete children's play area to include the Sammy Davis Jr. Amphitheater. And so the park is packed every weekend from sun up to sundown. And it was my dream and vision to, when I came in and took office, was to rid all of the negative elements that was in the park and tear it down and build it back up so families can re-enter and move all of the negative elements that was taking place inside that park out. And we've been successful because now the park is full of families, full of kids, full of teams that are coming in every weekend to play tennis, play softball, or just come out and just have, open play in the middle of the field. And so the park is just beautiful.
It's
and
beautiful.
I couldn't be more elated to have had an opportunity to revitalize a much needed 60-acre park right in the heart of the Las Vegas community.
And Durfelt Senior Center is right there on the edge of the park, so I'm sure the
Yes.
seniors appreciate.
The seniors appreciate it greatly because
Yeah.
now they have an opportunity to walk around the park and really get their exercise on as well. And so with that, the pond that was, the little stream, that was in the middle of Durfeld, it was off for a long period of time. So during the renovation, we were able to also reconnect it. And so now you have the waters flowing as well as the rose garden that exists there as well. And so the park is just a beautiful park. And so we are just really happy at the fact that the community has returned to this park to really utilize it for what it's there for.
They thank you greatly, I know, because I spent a lot of time out there at the Durfelt Center, and they always talk about Councilman Barlow and how much you have done for them and the park and their center. Let's talk a little bit of history. Eldorado was in May, and of course, it's always one of your favorite events. Now, a lot of the events of Eldorado, like the rodeo, moved out of the actual city onto the Strip, but the parade is ours, and it stayed right here in downtown. Were you there by any chance?
The parade has always been in downtown, and that was one thing that I enjoy about Eldorado, and specifically being a native and having an opportunity to have participated as a youngster, and my parents bringing us to the Eldorado, and also in elementary school. When I was in school, our school participated in the Eldorado days as well, and so now my kids are having an opportunity to participate and ride on, Big Red and on different floats through the Eldorado Parade. And so a lot of families are really connected to the Eldorado and the Eldorado Days and all that it has to offer, because of the rich history that it provides as it relates to the city of Las Vegas as a whole.
And it's no fake rodeo. It's professional.
Oh, it's professional.
It's professional.
It's a professional rodeo.
Yeah.
And everyone knows, the world knows that. And so every year we have an opportunity, it gives me a reason to throw my boots on and put my cowboy hat on, right? And I haven't gotten used to the big buckle.
Yeah,
the big
they're hard
belt
to get
buckle.
used to.
Yeah, that's it kind of, I got to get used to that, but for the most part, it gives me an opportunity to throw on my Western gear and have fun for the week of Eldorado.
I remember Mayor Oscar kind of griping, I know that's hard to believe, that there were not enough musical groups, but there was a lot of diverse groups at this parade.
Yeah, and there was a lot of schools that participated, and also these schools, they received from the mayor up to $2,500 for their participation. And so a lot of schools really take advantage of that, the marching bands.
So it was a good time for all.
Yes.
A hot one. We started doing it at night for a little while because it was pretty warm, but they moved it back to the day.
I believe it has everything to do with participation.
Right.
So although it's hot during the day, you still have a greater number of people that come out to the parade during the day than we had at night. And so more than likely it'll remain during the day.
All right, just take your water.
Yes, so remain hydrated.
Yes, this all came back on our centennial birthday because Eldorado Days kind of ceased to exist for many years, and then it came back in 2005, and it's been going pretty strong since, so we're glad to have it back.
Welcome back.
Yes. So, okay, those are some things that have taken place. Now we're going to talk about a few things coming up.
Okay.
People love it when they get to meet their Councilman Barlow for a cup of coffee because they get face-to-face time with you.
Oh, yeah, coffee with the councilman.
Yeah, so there's a couple of them coming up. One is on July 6th and then on August 3rd, and it's at the Starbucks on MLK.
Yeah, it's on Starbucks, Lake Mead, and MLK. And Coffee with the Councilman is a concept that actually Mayor Goodman started, Coffee with the Mayor, and I took it from him. And it just basically went,
now everybody
spread throughout the council. Now everyone does it, which is a great thing because it gives the community an open opportunity without scheduling an appointment to basically walk in and talk to me about any issue that they may have or any question that they may have. And it's really open government. I mean, not too many places are brave enough to do what we do here in Las Vegas as far as open our doors and subject ourselves to the public as it relates to, everything that's going on in the world around elected officials. And I believe that, we still here in Las Vegas have an opportunity to engage our citizenry by open government and keeping the process of public policy open to our citizenry.
I think the citizens appreciate it because City Hall can be kind of intimidating. Sitting down with a cup of coffee makes you very approachable, as you are, but maybe people don't realize that until they get to meet you face to face. So that's July 6th and August 3rd at the Starbucks on MLK and Lake Mead. And then we have a little bit of time left, so I want to talk about a couple of summer events you have coming up on July 15th. First of all, you can go cool off at a summer splash, and that's at Doolittle Pool. The Summer Splash is one of your favorite events too, isn't it?
It's one of my favorite events because it's really about public pool safety. And so giving the kids an opportunity to learn how to swim and also get accustomed to the water is more important. And so through the Summer Splash, this is our way of really teaching kids about pool safety. Good.
And you always make a grand entrance, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so after you cool off at the pool, there's going to be a movie at Lorenzi Park that evening, correct?
Yes, so come on out after the movie. All the kids are invited that night to Movie in the Park at Lorenzi inside of the Sammy Davis Amphitheater. And so the movie will start at dusk. And we've been having a series of movies throughout the summer months, and they have been great turnouts. So please bring your blankets, bring picnic baskets should you choose, but we do have food vendors, food trucks there, as well as popcorn and water for free for those in attendance. So please come out at dusk, July 15th, and spend the day with us.
Okay, Summer Splash is at Doolittle Pool, and then the movie is at Lorenzi Park. Two great places.
July 15th.
July 15th. So you've got it all covered. You've got the seniors, you've got the kids out at the parks, you've got kids at movies. You've just got every demographic covered for us.
We just really enjoy interacting with the community and getting them all engaged because for me, I come from a big family and very family oriented, and so all of my events I try to keep family oriented to keep families moving forward and holding hands in love.
Okay, yeah, you do a great job, Councilman. We always want to hear from you also, so if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Barlow and be part of our next social media segment, you can find him on Facebook and Twitter. You can also contact the Councilman at 702-229-6405, or you can send him an email at rbarlow@lasvegasnevada.gov. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. You've been really busy, and it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff coming up. Any final words out there for people bearing the heat and just staying safe for the summer?
I would just say stay hydrated. We have reached some of the hottest points, temps in the history of Las Vegas. Yeah. And so just stay hydrated, stay cool, and try not to move around out in the heat as best as possible.
All right. Well, thank you, Councilman. It was good being with you, and you'll
Thank
be
you,
back in
Nancy.
6 weeks.
I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks so much. Be cool in every sense of the word, he says. We want to thank you for joining us for this edition of Access City Council. Don't miss our next show beginning July 6th with Ward 1 Councilwoman Lois Tarkanian. And don't forget you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for watching, everyone.